Welcome to today's topic, Tsunami of Class 8, Part 2. I hope, my dear student, you have remembered the Part 1 of this chapter, Tsunami, and I hope you know the definition of tsunami. So today we will be reading about a story of Thailand, and the characters here is Tilly Smith, who is a 10-year-old girl, and about his family members. So we will see here who is Tilly Smith. So before reading the second part, I want to say something about Tilly Smith. My dear student, carefully try to listen what I am saying. So here, as I told you, Tilly Smith is a 10-year-old girl. She is a British schoolgirl, and she was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket beach in Thailand. Though she has won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into a protagonist or a heroine. So don't you think why they have took this decision? Yes, let us see what happened to this Tilly Smith and his family and her family. Now here is a story from Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. I hope it's very simple, and I know there is nothing to explain. You can read out the lines and you can hear me carefully so that you can understand the entire line. So it's a story about Smith family who were celebrating Christmas in the southeast at a beach resort in southern Thailand. And during that time, Tilly Smith was 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old, so she was having a sibling. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. So father and mother name were Penny and Colin Smith. So it was December 26, 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. The water was swelling in the sense it was rising up and kept coming in. It was coming forward. So Penny Smith remembered the beach was getting smaller and smaller. Why do you think that the beach was getting smaller and smaller? Yes, it means the water was rising up and it was coming across the road. It was coming near to the road. So it was swelling. I did not know what was happening, but Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. So what happened? Penny Smith, she remembered, and she was watching that the water was getting up and up, but she didn't know what was happening. So Tilly Smith, who was a 10-year-old girl, she sensed something. Sometimes what happened, whatever we read in our school, sometimes we see in our reality as well. And we used to think that, yeah, is it that what I am thinking? Or is it that what my teacher taught? So similarly, here is also an incident related to tsunami. And what happened? Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. And Tilly saw the sea slowly rising up and starts to foam. Foam is the white bubbles which are formed and form whirlpools. She remembered that she had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. And what do you know what happened? This tsunami, everything is being read by you as well in your geography lesson. So here her geography teacher told them that, means once she read about tsunami and she is remembering her teacher, that her teacher, geography teacher, she told them that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. So she is remembering all the things. She can imagine, she can see each of the image in front of her. So here she is trying to relate this tsunami with the geography lesson what she was taught inside the class by her teacher, and she is trying to say that this tsunami is caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. So Tilly scream. So she screamed, she shouted at her family, "Get off the beach," said her mother Penny. So she is trying to shout and she is trying to make them aware that, "Mama, come out from that place, because her mother was not knowing anything what is happening in front of her, but she is trying to relate all this tsunami with the geography lesson which she had read already inside the class. I didn't know what a tsunami was. Who is saying? Mother is saying. I didn't know what a tsunami was because she didn't read inside the class. But her daughter is trying to save her. But seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. So see the mother. And when she tried to see the screaming sound, when she is trying to hear the screaming sound of her daughter, she is thinking that there is something wrong. Even though I don't know what is happening, I should obey my daughter. And her daughter is trying to aware the parents that come from that place, move away from that place. And Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. Other tourists also left the beach with them. It was as if the entire sea had come out after them, as if the sea is running after them. So I was screaming, run, run. And the family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. So see the water, how it has risen, that they have taken shelter in the third floor of the hotel. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. And the Smith, who has lost entire families, thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, that she had been forewarned. Tilly went back to her school, and do you know, my friends, as we also go back to our school and tell and narrate entire story what had happened in this few months, similarly Tilly also went back to the school and everything was fine, and she narrated all the thing back in the England and told her classmate her terrifying tale. So this was all about this beautiful story, my dear student. I want each and everyone to read the third part and know what happened in the third part of this tsunami. Thank you all for watching and hearing me. If you have any comments, feedback, do comment on my chat box. Thank you all.